Hi, I'm Bodhi. Allow me to introduce you to Clare Cooley, our host on the Creativity Show. Clare is a National Endowment for the Arts grant-winning author, artist, and creativity coach. She has been teaching since her 20s when she was asked to design her own curriculum, Dancing into the Arts, which she taught to every grade level and in universities and institutions. She's created over 600 drawings, paintings, and etchings, and 300 stencil designs inspired by nature's sublime designs, with the mission of promoting living in harmony with nature. Her art offerings include limited edition prints, cards, posters, and stationery. Join Clare's Patreon for free to get ideas, instruction, and inspiration. Upgrade to a paid membership to receive exclusive access to her ever-increasing Stencil Design SVG catalog. Her memoir and art book, Incandescence Rising Above Darkness, with 52 short stories and 68 pieces of her art, was called an instant classic by the co-founder of Sundance Film Fest, Serena Catania. Clare's powerful stories share her vulnerability and how nature helped her survive a dangerous upbringing. I was so inspired by her stories of how, against all odds, she thrived, that I made her book into a TV show screenplay. The script that I made got into the second round of the prestigious Austin Film Fest script competition. Speaking of writing and art, for her first book, The Book of Cranes, published by Pomegranate, my mom observed all 15 species of cranes in person. She did the entire interior of our previous home, 7 levels, on Mount Tamalpais. She designed and created wisteria etched glass behind her 4-story copper stair railing vine. She made furniture, wall curtains, upholstery, chandeliers, fireplace screens, floral and tabletop, including a set of 202 hand-carved crane china. Her home was featured on the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art gallery-going tours. Her art was selected for the juried section of the International Gift Show, and her crane paintings and china were displayed at the Chevron corporate headquarters. Her painting was on the cover of the Red Rose catalog and was selected for the Pheasants Forever Pollinator Print of the Year. She was the featured artist at the Lodi Sandhill Crane Festival. She's had multiple one-woman exhibitions at the Carpellis Museum, including Warblers and Wildflowers, and Cranes, the Sentinels of Serenity. We may not see those close to us until something gives us a new perspective, like when she asked me to digitize her portfolio. At 16, I saw the depth and diversity of her artistic accomplishments, which inspired my first movie, Life of Art. Drawing, painting, etching, limited edition prints, cards, posters, stationery, framing, display, wardrobe, accessories, jewelry, writing, stories, prose, poetry, readings, performance art, skate dancing, music, flute, and video. As we followed the migration of the sandhill cranes across the country, we interviewed nature enthusiasts like George Archibald, the co-founder of the International Crane Foundation. Experiencing how well we work together, I asked my mother to combine our complementary skills. I named us Mother-Son Productions. We chose our new home by Lake Superior, the inland sea. We named it after its original green shingles and restored it ourselves. Polishing the Emerald Lady is a documentary about that. Tour living room, gallery, dining room, kitchen, pantry, stairs, my mother's room, her studio, my room, the hall, the guest room, the third floor, living room, kitchen, bedroom, bath, the cellar, the framing shop, the tool shop. We turned our 120-year-old carriage house into a creative studio for movie and art, making, and for dance skating even. My mother believes in the life-enhancing and healing power of creativity and has devoted her life to sharing that with others. That's why I'm proud to help her. The Creativity Show's YouTube and Twitch channels and Clare Cooley's Facebook and LinkedIn profiles are where this live stream is happening. You can become a free, no-obligation member of Clare's Patreon to get her ever-increasing SVG catalog of stencil designs. You can send stars on Facebook and donate to support her work through PayPal or Venmo, links in the description. Contact me by email, mothersonproductions@gmail.com, with any questions, and make sure to say hi in the comments. We love to connect with you guys. Thank you for being here. Please tell a friend about this that you think would enjoy these live streams, and welcome to the Creativity Show. Well, hello.
Oh, there I am. Hi, thank you so much for that introduction, Bodhi, and all your technical help. Thanks everybody for being here. Today, we're going to paint, do some colored pencil and Sumi, some watercolor on the Three Musketeers back behind me here. But we're going to start the way I like to start my creative projects, by getting the energy flowing, what I call floga. I'm going to get my fancy shoes.
Is it working for you?
What?
Is this music working for you?
Sure. Turn it up a little bit, can you?
Sure.
All right. Basically, there's no way to do this wrong if you don't hurt yourself or break something. And it's all about just getting the energy flowing. There's nothing that you have to do other than enjoy it, get that going. So I like to start with my toes, the arches of my feet, my heels into the floor, really feel the floor, and then my ankles, and just get the energy in there by wiggling them, bouncing on them, and up to my calves and shins. And I like to wiggle and bounce and vibrate, and then into my knees. I like to be gentle with knees and do revolution. No. What is that word? I'm in the movement, not the word place. So knees, and then calf. And the knees are shaking, and now we're going up into thighs. Now hips and booty. Both ways, and back and front, and circles. And start to get the beat because it's the booty, not into it. Now the belly. Now we're going into the rib cage, back and forth, front and back, circles, other direction, and up into the shoulders and bounce them one at a time, back and forth, both together, whatever works. And the upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, shake it out all the way out your fingertips and let it vibrate all the way back to the floor, and then come up to your neck and gentle circles and into the head, one way and then the other. Now let's just go all the way back down to the floor. Everything doing.
Oh yeah.
And whether you're at a desk, in an office, let them get used to you taking care of yourself, getting up and doing this whenever you need to, shake out the tension. Our minds work better when we're moving, scientifically proven. So if the boss or the manager says anything, just tell them that, and yeah, you do a better job. If you're moving and you get more done, you think clearer, and there we go. That's pretty much all we need. And if you do that whenever you need to, start a project, get up and shake it out, you're going to maintain your energy throughout your tasks and workday and have more fun doing it. Happy people are more productive. All right. So now let's get into the art part. And with the 3 mousses, I'm going to let one stay Sumi. One is going to get pencil and one is going to get watercolor enhancement. And it's 3 different versions of basically the same theme. I heard the bells.
You did, huh? Can you hear me out there?
I can. It's a little bit of an echo, but
Do you see the laptop screen?
I do.
All right. Do you want me to move the camera?
Yes, come on out and move the camera. I'm going to paint now.
All right. Joni said the green screen looks so good. Love it. Bodhi fell down the mountain.
Great, thank you, Joni. Yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to incorporate the green screen and my art, his art, whatever behind us, talking and working and moving and grooving. All right, so you're going to, I'm going to work over here.
Here's the volume button. That'll help. The volume's pretty high, so.
Okay. So am I talking the right?
You're doing just fine. I just can tell you can't hear me.
Well, if the echo obscures what you're saying. So let's go for this one first. And we're going to add some watercolor just for fun. These scroll paintings, the movable mural that are inspired by the 4 seasons and the animals in this area. Let's get some right brushes. I'd like to show how I organize. Can you show the watercolor organizing system, and then the pencils at the bottom? And you show that? I'll bring it up later, so that's fine. So here's how I do my watercolors. I do blues in one dish and greens in another, and And then I like to have my tools organized and close by so I can get into the creative flow. I like to do art like going someplace I've never been before, just enjoy the adventure of seeing some new sites that I'm actually creating. Always based on nature inspires me. So now I'm going to put a little bit of sky in here, a little blue, and I'm going to add water so we don't have sharp edges with another brush.
Sue Spencer on Facebook said, fun.
Good. Well, Sue, this movable mural, the mural idea was yours, and I love to get ideas from other people. We all have them. So showing how these different mediums, it's Sumi brushstroke to start, and now I'm adding some watercolor, and then I'm going to do another one where I add some pencil, and there'll be some acrylic paint, so we can see how the different mediums have different feelings and different qualities. Watercolor, of course, flows. So does Sumi Ink. It's very intense, dramatic, which has its beauty. And I love the simplicity that Sumi can get, but I also like color, the natural mood elevator. When I first started working, everything was black and white, which is a great way to start because it's all about composition. And then later, the 10-year-old I was living with, Zim, said, time for color. She answered the phone and said she can't talk to you now, she's doing color. She got tired of me doing black and white. Answered the door. She can't see you now, she's doing color. And she was right to push me to do color. So now we're going to let that dry a bit. I've got plastic under it so that it won't go through onto the table. And so I'm going to take it off that plastic. And I'm going to, well, that's, and I put that into my C47, what they call clothespins. Oh, I'm not quite tall enough. Help.
Need my help?
Yeah.
All right. And Dark Love said, I dig this. Soothing vibes. Soothing vibes.
Nice. Thank you very much. That's, you know, there's enough. Take off the middle one and hand it to me.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
Right. I can go.
Yeah, high praise.
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges, chaos, worry, fear in the world, negativity, divisiveness. You don't need any more of any of that. I think it's much better to figure out what we can agree on than disagree. All right, on this one, I'm going to give some color to the mountains. I hear ya.
Joni said, your approach to creativity is helping me heal as I grieve the loss of my sweet cat through writing and working with my hands. Thank you. Oh.
Beautiful, thank you. Well, just thank you for saying that and sharing that real vulnerability that we all have. Takes courage to share vulnerability. And may we all find it, because that's how we heal and get stronger and help each other. We're all human, we all hurt sometimes.
And sorry to hear about that, Joni. Sending you lots of hugs.
Okay, I'm putting my pencils where I can reach them quicker. All right.
And Michael said, the green screen is better, Bodhi. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, you better not be late again, Michael.
It's okay. This is yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we took your advice and we really stretched it out, and we got good lighting. We got separate lighting for me and the green screen. And thank you for helping us up our game.
Yes.
Our production value.
One of the best things about being a creative is to keep learning. Whatever we're doing, we should keep learning and keep creating, and it's satisfying and fulfilling. It's challenging and invigorating. So, you know, we can always get better. And as my mother said to me when I was 14, and I said, I want to be perfect. She said, well, that's nice, dear. Enjoy the journey, since no one ever gets there. So true. I'm going to put a little green in this, and I'm going to add a little green to this mountain range. I love shading, giving things the feel of curving. All righty. Let's get a little lighter green in there just for fun. I follow my instincts when doing art. People, you know, we all have our own way. And I like art to be, well, fun, to tell you the truth. I like having a fun adventure and being lighthearted about it, and not being precious and critical, and accept that I'm a recovering perfectionist. I will never be perfect, even though I want to be, and you know, just love myself and my process along the way, and just let it unfold, and appreciate myself for being willing to. Willing to keep trying to flow and trust more. All right, now that mountain I'm going to give some burgundy too. Let's give it some burgundy. So this is Prismacolor pencil over Sumi ink, and I've done these first 3 scrolls, all of the moose that's going to turn into a stencil and be up on Patreon pretty soon. Just to show, while I'm getting back into the Sumi flow, just to show the different things we can do. There are no rules. We get to combine mediums as we choose. So this is a combination of Sumi and Prismacolor. The previous one, which will come back down to the table, giving it a few minutes to dry. One of the things I like to do is have several pieces going at once so I can go back and forth. So if there's a drying time, I can keep working on something else. And so I can keep perspective, not get overly controlling, keep it loose, keep it flowing, keep going. So my instincts say give us a little intense burgundy in a few places, not everywhere. Nature is beautifully balanced chaos. It's never perfectly straight organized. It's always got some gorgeous randomness to it, and that's a challenge because our human brains want to regiment things. They want to make everything perfectly even, but that's not the way it really happens in nature and in life. So letting it be natural, flowing, is a human challenge we all have if we're trying to do nature, which is the master designer. Let's face it, we all come from nature, we all return to nature, we are nature, and let us not forget that living in balance with nature, in my opinion, is what we get to do with consciousness, and being humble that we're not in charge of the universe, we're not in charge of Earth, we're not in charge of the weather, and boy, is it showing us that recently with the extreme weather things that are happening. Hopefully it's waking us up to try to walk better on the earth and live in more balance with it. Now the last mountain range, I'm going to do a little, the furthest away one, I'm going to do a little bit of blue just because that was my instinct, and I like to go with my instincts while doing art. Some people think out the whole piece before they start. Some people sketch and do all kinds of studies. Everybody has their own way, and that's part of the fun, discovering what our way is. My way is like, what do I want the feeling to be, and then trust my instincts to get that. When I did the Book of Cranes, obviously I observed all 15 species of cranes live, and I got to observe them from inside their enclosures and just watch them. And I'm sketch in my brain. I don't sketch on paper. And when I'm writing a story, that's my process, is to think about it and ask what's the purpose, what's the feeling I want to share, work on it without anything else but my imagination until I feel ready to bring it out into a physical form, painting, writing. But for the Book of Cranes, I wanted to show not only all 15 species, but 15 different behaviors. Tell the story of the cranes. And the writing is scientific as well as mythology and the meanings to the different cultures. All right. So now we got brown, light, greens, burgundies, blues. I'm going to do one other color and then I'm going to take a step back. And that's a little bit of the sky. I'm going to give this. Yes, I hear the bell.
Yeah, we got a few, handful. So Sue Spencer on Facebook said, "Love the background to Bodhi Werner dancing. Thank you."
Thank you. Yeah, that's my painting and his fun and his technical abilities to get that green screen to key in the painting. And I love the combination of his technical skills and my hands-on uh, creativity. It's really a nice adventure.
And Sue Spencer said, "Ah, the gorgeous randomness of nature. Enjoying your show today. Thank you for sharing your creativity."
Thank you, Sue. You're always inspiring. You are a true artist as well, sharing your heart and love with the world through your music. I love it.
Yeah, and you guys share what creative projects you're working on. We want to hear what you are up to.
Yeah. Are you Sue's era, and are you still doing willow green and era, or just one or the other?
Yes, for those who don't know, Willow Green and Era are both bands that Sue has been in. Wonderful music. She's a very talented singer and musician.
And tell people how they can see the musical showcase we did that Era and Sue was in. And
right. Let me see if I can find that. So we did some music videos for Sue Spencer. And you can find those on Mother Son Productions YouTube channel. And I'll even play a little bit of that in a screen. I'll share it on the screen right now. We won't hear the music, but it'll give you an idea of the wonderful band. And there's Sue Spencer in the bottom right corner there.
yeah.
We actually shot this music video in the living room where my mom is standing right now. Not this part, but the white and black screen. We really are grateful to have the space to put up some big backdrops. And look at that, that worked really well for that. Good memories. Good memories. So we got some more comments here.
Okay.
Let me pull those up. So I asked what creative projects are people up to, and Dark Love said writing poetry, and MMM wrote working on tiling the bathroom. It's kind of artistic. And Sue Spencer said a few things. She said rearranging. She didn't say that. I said that. Excuse me. I'm a grown-up. Let me read that like a grown-up. Rearranging artwork on my living room walls. And there you go. Creative
Nice.
project. Woo!
Nice. Well, we, inspire each other and give each other permission to express our one-of-a-kind. Each of us has a unique perspective and vision to offer the world, and the world is a richer place when we do. So great. All of that, poetry, tiling, rearranging, it's all art.
Lena Rawlings on Facebook said, love your work. I'm going to try watercolor painting. What a great teamwork.
Thank you, Lena. Really nice to know you're there, and I'm really excited to hear what you think of my book. Take your time, no hurry. I did write the stories in short stories so that a lot of them can be read very quickly, and they're whole unto themselves, and read any amount you want and give me some feedback.
Are we changing?
Yeah. Put that in the center, and why don't you hand me? No, this one. I'm gonna put some greens in. Great. Nice. All right, so I'm gonna go for some more oil. Need to get some plastic under it. And I'm gonna do some greens now.
Oh, let me move the camera back.
Okay. And would you do me a favor since you're out here?
Yeah.
And hand me the bigger one of the plastics to put under this. That one will fit. I don't think.
Wet.
And okay to get the one underneath it. There we go. Thank you.
You must have this on the floor instead of on your art.
Okay. That's a really good idea, isn't it?
Pretty good.
Okay. So now I'm going to add some greens. We need a yes.
So Sue Spencer answered your question. Thanks for the shout out. Willow Green will have a CD release concert for their upcoming album entitled Sheila's Brush. I'm still performing in Willow Green and Era. Thank you for mentioning our music on your show. You're the best.
Well, you are. We are. Aren't we? Creatives need, and I sure enjoy being inspired by other creatives and sticking together, because the world isn't necessarily a hospitable place to those who do the work they love. There's a lot of well, I'll call it money worshiping and invalidating the things that everybody wants to be right. So, you know, if they go for purpose, they want to believe that's right. I do. And if people that go for money, they want to believe that's the most important. The truth is that meaning is what gives our life the joyous fulfillment, and that is not money. So it's wonderful if we can make money doing what feeds our hearts and gives us a sense of fulfillment. But the fear of not making money can drive a lot of people. I've heard people say when their kids say, I want to be an artist. No, you'll never make money. Well, my mother was an artist, and she worked in a factory. I've done many things for money, many jobs to pay the bills, but I've always done my art for love because it's what gives me, well, happiness. And that's what I want to share with others. Give yourself permission to be happy, doing what gives you joy. When I really get into it, I usually stick my brush in my drink, but then I put it away from me so I don't then accidentally drink it, because you don't want to drink paint. And in fact, besides all the other qualities of watercolor, that's one of the main reasons I love to work with. Another reason I love to work with watercolor is it's oils and paint thinners and those kinds of things can be toxic. And even acrylic paints, especially if you spray things, have good ventilation.
So tell us the vision. How much filling in the negative space do you anticipate, or are you going to fill in all the white space? Or
No.
do you even have a plan? Do you kind of just let it flow?
I let it flow. I do a little and then I step back and take it in. And, you know, it's very hypnotic working. So that's part of the reason I like to work on more than one at a time, is so that I can take a break and not overdo.
Right. It's so easy to overdo when it's fun.
Yes. And it can be, you know, like I said, hypnotic to, oh, see, I can't reach, Bill.
And I'm heading back out there.
We gotta get this cord hanging a little lower for me. I can wear my shoes that have a heel so I could reach it. And can't need the middle one.
That's okay. I'm fine being the human step stool.
Well, gotta use your assets in life. And
Glorified step stool boy.
oh,
All I am.
oh yeah, right, sure. There's so many things. All right. So this one, I'm going for subtle, a minimalist kind of look with all of these, but I want some more blue in the sky. So I'm gonna get this blue, move you, and
Lena Rawlings commented on Facebook, I have started the book and you have a beautiful soul, making you see the light in the dark.
Thank you, Lena. What a kind thing to say. And I wrote the book because people asked me to, not because I thought, people said hearing my stories helped them, and that if I wrote them, I could help a lot more people, and that is such a beautiful, fulfilling idea that I got over my instinct for privacy and my shyness to write my real stories and put them out to the world, because, hey, if I could help people and I don't do that, it just seemed really selfish. And so, and I think all of us have stories, insights, knowledge, visions, information that can help others, and may we find it and give it to the world. The world needs each of us to step up and give what we have that can help us help each other not lose hope, help each other find peace of mind, purpose, happiness, and creativity gives me that, and that's part of the reason it's, that's what the show is all about, the creativity show, because expressing our emotions stimulates our immune system. Feelings initiate thoughts, how we process information and rise above our challenges. And the happier we get and the more we collaborate creatively, like I do with Bodhi, the greater chance we have of solving the significant challenges human beings have as, I believe, guardians of this beautiful environment. We are not owners of Earth and the other animals and the resources. We're guardians. That's the highest calling, I believe, human beings can have. So let's step up to it. All right. Well, I'd say that's enough for today. And I'd like you to come and show the three different, come out with the, and show the cake. Huh?
I got you.
Well, there's an asset to being my size. I fit in small places.
Right.
Okay, so they're all Sumi to start with. You want to zoom in on them as I'm talking about them? They all started with Sumi, and then this one I added watercolor, just green and blue, and then this one in the middle, colored pencil on the moose, and a little brown, green, burgundy, blue, a little different blue in the sky. And this one is all Sumi, except for a little bit of acrylic white for the snow. So 3 different interpretations of the moose that I drew, and then Bodhi took a picture and reduced it again, and I turned it over to do the moose going in the other direction, and it will become a stencil. So the 7 in the stairs series start with winter. It may be that I just do Sumi for the stairs series because it intrigues me, and it's a new challenge to go back to how I started with Sumi brushstroke nearly 50 years ago. So it's a challenge to go back there and do Sumi again for the first time. It feels like the first time in a lot of ways. So I'm thinking of doing the 4 seasons and just Sumi black and white, winter, autumn, summer, spring, moose, wolf, bear, fox, bunny, chipmunk, squirrel, turtle, fish. Maybe there'll be an owl, maybe there'll be cranes, but I've done so many birds, I'm enjoying doing these other animals I've never done before. So next live stream on Monday at noon, I'm going to do the wolf. And I'm hoping now that I've done these 3 Sumi and tried Sumi in watercolor, Sumi in pencil, Sumi in acrylic, that I'm ready to do a whole one in front of you to show you how quick and easy, especially with this style that I love, which is elegant simplicity. And I like doing art that you can't, well, I like classic design style in my art, in my home, in my wardrobe, in my jewelry. I like to, classic beauty is what I'm most moved by. So when my book of cranes got published, people thought it was done by someone 300 years ago, and I take that as a compliment. There's something ancient and contemporary about minimalist design, and it's just the aesthetic I love. Everybody has their own, and they're all valid, whatever style. And I love to show the stencil on the clothes that I do and the jewelry I make in these live streams. And somewhere you saw some of the home decor. I always knew I was an artist, and I always knew that the likelihood of making big money or any money from art was remote. So I thought, well, the more I make for myself, the more I make used clothing, beautiful, make my own jewelry, make my own home decor, the less I need to get a job that may not fulfill me for money. So that's part of the reason I have so much creativity in my life, is that, like everyone else, I want a beautiful home, wardrobe, jewelry, art, all of it. So I make it. And that is economical and ecological. Use what I have to make my life more what I want it to be each day. So thank you for being here. Is there any other comments or anything you'd like to share, Bo?
Yeah, we got on YouTube, the production value just keeps getting better. Great stream, and Joni said, I agree. Thanks, Joni. And thanks to everyone who commented. If I missed any comments anywhere, oh, we got one. Sue Spencer, loved watching your show today while I restrung my guitar. Thanks. Oh, cool.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, thank you for being here. Joni, Sue, Michael, everybody, Lena, anybody I missed, forgive me. I do get focused when I do art, and I don't hear everything Bodhi's saying, and I don't hear every comment, so forgive me if I missed you, and I will see it later. Thanks for being here, and see you Monday at noon.
All right, everybody.
Thank you, Bodhi, for your help.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.